Good evening, everybody. I know that everybody's on guard. We are tracking the potential for strong to severe storms to roll through the area as we head through the next couple of hours. We are continuing to monitor this elevated risk for severe storms through 8 o'clock. You can see that level 4 out of 5 still in existence for extreme West Georgia. The rest of us in the viewing area under that level 3 out of 5 risk for storms. And we're looking at multiple hazards associated with these storms as they roll through. One change from this morning, the northwestern corner of the state actually got elevated to that 45% risk for strong winds. And we're talking about with these little dashes, these hatch lines, typically the color itself means roughly 60 miles per hour. But whenever you get the hatched lines, that means we're talking 70, 75, maybe even as high as 80 miles per hour wind gusts embedded in some of these strong storms. The rest of us, we're at about a 30% risk, but that is still an elevated risk. The chance for widespread wind damage is in the cards for us as we head through the next couple of hours. The National Weather Service has issued a tornado watch for extreme far northwest Georgia until 1 a.m. Now, if you're not in any of those counties, don't think that you can breathe a sigh of relief. They're just going to wait to see how the dynamics of the lower half of the system unfold. We will likely see more, especially further west of the city of Atlanta. All of our Georgia bordering counties, Georgia, Alabama bordering counties will likely see this extended, and we could see some of this extended further eastward as well through the overnight. So we're not done with tornado watches. This is just the first batch, and it's for those northwestern communities. We're still talking about that elevated potential for tornadoes across the region, and not just run-of-the-mill tornadoes that fall out the sky and then, they're on the ground for a mile or so and then go back up. Again, with these hashed lines here, we're looking at the potential for these to be strong EF2 or stronger tornadoes, and they could stay on the ground for quite some time. So this could be something that we're tracking over the next few hours through very early tomorrow morning. You need to have a way to get alerts. The First Alert Weather app, we're here, we're manning the station. You got a team of 7 meteorologists that are going to be working around the clock, not only in studio tracking these storms, but we're actually going to be out in the field, keeping you aware of what we're seeing. This is the place to be. Go ahead and download that First Alert Weather app. Now, we've been talking about the wind risk and the tornado risk, but there is also the potential for hail. I don't know if you were with us earlier this week. We actually had a sub-severe, not severe at all, not warned. It wasn't quite strong enough to be warned, storm that moved through portions of Cobb County. We got lots of images and video of hail. It was very small. It was pea-sized hail. With this system, we could see some isolated pockets get up to quarter-sized hail. So a little bit larger hail could do some damage. So at least reasons to be aware. This is going to be one of the lower risks this evening, but it's still a non-zero risk. Lots of energy out there. You can see over 1,000 lightning strikes within the last 15 minutes across portions of Alabama, northwest Georgia, and portions of Tennessee. We've been actually watching multiple warned storms. This cell, it's actually no longer a tornado warning. It developed just to the north of Chattooga County. As it was passing through Walker County, it looked like trash. It was just a regular run-of-the-mill shower with a little bit of lightning embedded, a very, very weak thunderstorm. As it crossed into Tennessee, and over the course of about 15 minutes, rotation tightened up, and we saw what typically just looks like a perfect supercell tornado signature on radar. It developed. The National Weather Service issued a tornado warning on it. This looks like it could be cycling out, and it's lifting off towards the north and east towards Dayton. We're looking at the potential for some of these run-of-the-mill, regular-looking showers and weak thunderstorms. Because there's so much energy out there, they could tap into that energy and just take off just like that. So some of these warnings will come very, very quick and apparently out of nowhere. That's why you need to have a way to get those alerts. As soon as we see it, we push it. And we try to get you that notice as soon as possible. We'll watch that cell push off towards the north and east. You can see a scattering of showers across far northwest Georgia. Folks that are in Dalton, Lafayette, Fort Oglethorpe, getting in on some light showers. Not a whole lot of energy there. Some sprinkles from Blue Ridge towards Blairsville. This is just light run-of-the-mill showers that are nuisance out there. But we got some cells that are starting to fire up a little bit closer to the city of Atlanta. Folks out in Paulding County, you got some showers that are moving through Dallas, lifting northward towards Taylorsville. Maybe a stray shower on the west side of Kennesaw. Another cell pushing up on I-20 in Douglasville, Douglas County. This is very, very light stuff. We'll have to keep an eye on it. There's no electricity with it, but there's energy out there. These systems can grow, and they can grow fast. So something we'll keep in mind as we head through the next couple of hours. Lots of energy to come. I know that it felt nice today. Folks were out and about. They were getting their groove on at the St. Patty's Day parade. Feels nice outside now. Makes you want to go and step out and have a nice bite to eat, have a drink. This is all coming, y'all. And it's moving to the east, but a lot of these storms are moving from the southwest to the northeast. So it's going to take a little time to get here. Now is the time to prepare. We are always talking about what do you do whenever you get an alert for a tornado warning or a severe storms, or if we start talking about considerable severe storms. You want to get to that interior room in your house, take you, your family. I mean, have a conversation with everybody in the household now. Hey, listen, if we get an alert on our apps, what do? Where is our meeting place? If it is the closet in mom and dad's room, uncle and aunt's room, grandma's room, whatever you need to do, everyone know to meet in that place whenever you get that warning, so that the only people that maybe need assistance are going to be the young kids, the babies, and the elderly. Other than that, everyone should know they're making a beeline for that safe space. If there are bicycle helmets in the house, it sounds silly, but grab the bicycle helmets, go ahead and put those in the safe place now, because a lot of the deaths that happen during tornadoes happen because of blunt force trauma to the head, right? So wear a bicycle helmet, helps protect you. It actually will help save lives. This is something that we'll be monitoring and continue to ask you to do as we head through the next few hours. Let's give you the updated timeline, because that's why you're here. This is going to be a slow mover. It's going to take a little time to get here. But by 9, 10 o'clock, we expect that main line of storms to start to push into far northwest Georgia and even portions of East Alabama County. Had some viewers reach out to us from Cleburne and Randolph Counties. This is going to be moving into your neck of the woods, roughly 9, 10 o'clock, pushing into northwest metro by 10, 11. Looks like it's still to the northwest of Atlanta at midnight. So it's going to be a very slow mover. Heavy downpours here. Flooding is going to be likely in some isolated places, but these winds are going to be a beast with ground saturated from the rain, gusty whipping winds. Power outages will be likely. If you have Mophis, power packs, go ahead and put those bad boys on the charge. You can grab them and use them if you lose power through the overnight. The best way to stay ahead of the storm is to stay prepared and use a lot of these little simple tips that, you know, kind of in the back of the head, back of mind, but it will get you through, right? So here's a look at the 3 o'clock snapshot. Showers and storms are moving along I-85. That all pushes to the south and east by 4 a.m. I think our westernmost counties are drying out, but most of us are still dealing with this, and this system doesn't push out until about 7 o'clock. On the back end, maybe a stray shower, but once you get that main line out, you lose a whole lot of that instability, so our worries and our considerations become lesser. As we head into Monday, things get better. Temperatures are a little bit cooler. Obviously, the big story is our first alert weather day. Stick with us as we continue to update you here on Atlanta News First, on ANF Plus, and of course, on the First Alert Weather app. Y'all have a fantastic evening. We'll come back in about 45 minutes with an update, give you another look at radar.